Hello! I had an amazing day today and I wanted to share some of the things that I did and how you can apply it to your business by maximizing some of the activities that you already do and incorporating many other ones into the mix. It's important that all the time that you have is productive and that you're able to reach out not only to the group that you have in mind, but also outsiders by just planning a little bit of what you are already doing. Today in the morning, of course I did my workout. I'm working out at least 15 minutes a day, but I tried at least 30 minutes because I just get my heart rate going and I feel great. When I wake up in the morning, all I think about is going up and down the block or my driveway and just getting that energy that I need for today, for the day. It helps me also generate ideas. It's cooler in the morning than it is in the afternoon. So I started my day and I went out the door. Hello, Tracy. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And then I had an appointment with one of my team leaders, and that was at a Wendy's. So we went to Wendy's, and I wanted to teach her how to do baskets. She didn't have a lot of products. She had just a few products. But I wanted to pick a public place because when you pick a public place, you're able to attract other people that are coming to the restaurant. And we sat right by the door. It wasn't intentional that we sat by the door. She just sat there. When I got there, she was already there. She just sat by the door. So when people were coming out that door, I was greeting them and I was giving them a bombita. Hi, this is a free sample for you. We're with Avon. And then, everyone that we gave a sample to, they were receptive. And we talked for a little bit. And that's an approach. And it's all about incorporating some of the things that you already do into many other activities. Being around the public means that you're going to find opportunities. So we also did the baskets, and we did a live video with her phone so that she can create some kind of following with her friends. And we announced her open house. She's going to have an open house on Thursday. And she already has her baskets. She has more product coming. I gave her some ideas on how to do her open house, how to schedule other open houses there, the incentives, the games that they were going to play. So we brainstormed on how she was going to do the open house and the gifts that she was going to give. And then we did the basket, the live video. We train on different social media. It's basically, when I meet with one of my team members, I want to create that connection because I want them to feel like they can count on me. I want them to know that they can call me when they want to. They can text me when they want to. If they have a question, that I'm there to also build their confidence so that they can go around and talk to people. Something that it's really hard for some people to do. It was for me. So I can't imagine how how scary it is to just walk up to someone when you're new, just to say hi and introduce yourself. It's like kind of a shock. But I want you guys to just think about this in your head. When you are out and about and you are thinking about, okay, I have to go prospect, I have to go talk to people. No. You say, I am looking for people who are looking for me. Okay, so I'm looking for people who are looking for me. You never know. And sometimes we feel intimidated to approach somebody, and then it turns out to be that that person is looking for you, is looking for the opportunity, and you will never know that unless you make yourself available. So picking public places can break the ice. You're already doing what you're doing. You're making baskets. Grab your supplies, grab your products, set up in a corner in a public place. And this is the other thing that I wanted to also tell you, that if you have a public place already in mind that you're gonna go to do, whether you're gonna go do your baskets or you're gonna do a product demonstration, publicly advertise it so that you can get people from the outside to come and meet with you there. Also, when you are promoting your baskets in the groups, when you're when you're going to go to a certain group in an area, you can, if it's an hour or 2 hours away, you might want to start doing your publicity, your advertising, so that if you know that you're going the next week or in a few couple of days, that those people that say, okay, I want to buy your baskets or I want to join you, tell me about the opportunity, then that person is going to meet you there and you are already there. Hi, Georgiana. Yay, you made it to our training. She's a busy lady. I like to incorporate many activities into one. I live in a very remote area. My neighbors are very far away, and I have to drive quite a while to get to civilization. But I like it that way. I like to live here. I like to, my peace and quiet. That, I like that. I really love that. So I'm willing to drive, and when I drive, I want to be able to reach out to a larger crowd. So this Thursday I'm gonna do the same. So I'm gonna start doing some publicity and some kind of demonstration where I'm gonna be at. That way, me and my team members can also take advantage of the opportunities that they are gonna get there. While they're there, I recommend places that are not very crowded. For example, I like the Wendy's because they have Wi-Fi. The McDonald's have, they have a lot of people, a lot of traffic. So, and they have a younger crowd. So the Wendy's is a nice crowd, middle age. Also, it's a mixture of everything. There's the older crowd. So we had a nice crowd there. And again, we sat by the door and I was giving out my bombitas as they were coming out the door, and that was fine. Then Nina, she got up the table, grabbed her books, and she went around the entire restaurant and gave out her information. She's shy. So it was something that took her a little bit of talking to herself to do it, and she did it on her own, and she did perfectly. So I know that a lot of you, including that was me, and I used to the face-to-face, the approaching people. This was something that was really difficult for me to do. But what pushed me to break the ice is that I'm able to set up my own schedule. I'm able to set up my own hours. If I want to work in the morning, I do. If I want to work in the afternoon, I do. I work around my life and my family's life. I don't have to punch in a clock. I'm my own responsible entrepreneur. So when I am out there approaching people, looking for people who are looking for me, I do it with excitement because I know that I'm working for myself. Every little seed that you put into your business is going to pay off big time. This business is duplicatable. So by you teaching your team how to do what you do, that means that you just have duplicated yourself. And it's all about building the confidence and getting the commitment from that team member. If they want to work on their millions, they are going to say, hey, I need your help. If they are not willing to do that, then they're going to back away, and that's fine. Then you know that it's not the right person to work with. Work with the ones who want to. Work with the ones that you invite and give you your commitment. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to chase them at all. You just ask them, I'm going to be here. Do you want to join me? I'm going to be teaching you how to do baskets. What I liked about Nina is that she just came back to Avon. We had previously had another meeting. We had meetings in the past, and then she came back to Avon, and then I asked her what. It's funny because I would do the same thing. I asked her what made you come back, and she said, I just kept looking at Avon. And I was like, wow, yes. And what is it that you love the most? She said, I loved everything about it. So her friend, she says, she shared a book with one of her friends, and her friends called her, and she said, this is crazy. I've been looking at this book for 45 minutes. And I love it. So it's like, it's contagious because the brochure has everything that you can imagine, and that excitement you're going to be able to to give it to other people who you share the opportunity with. So make sure that when you are setting up, and that's the idea of my training today, I want to be able to work with you so that you can sit down, okay? Because sometimes it takes for you to sit down and write down your day and look how you can maximize it by bringing in more business into what you are already doing. For example, if you're doing baskets at home, instead of doing it at home, go out and pick a place so that you can also do a product demonstration, so you can invite your customers. You can tell them, come, I'm gonna be here making baskets for Mother's Day. I would like to invite you, bring your friends. I'm gonna be here from this time to this time. Pass out flyers, put your publicity on social media, share it on the groups. You don't have to be there the whole day. You can be there for a couple hours. You can be there for just an hour, to let your customers know, I'm going to be here from this time to this time. Come, stop by, pick up your order. I have some baskets I want to show you. And you know what? It's free. Just pick up a drink. If you have a team member, buy them a drink. You don't have to buy a whole meal. Just sit there and have fun doing what you're doing without adding anything else into your schedule. But what you're doing is just the additional flow is going to come because you are inviting your customers through social media, through the groups. It's your team. Come by, and whoever comes to purchase a basket and is my customer, and it's a new customer, I will give them to you. So work as a team that way. Thank you, Georgiana. I'm glad that added value to your business. I'm always trying to do things differently, and I try to incorporate a lot of things. Like when I do an event, I like to invite my entire team because I know that only a few are gonna come. So the same thing with this. set up a time. Set up a time that you can say, okay, I'm gonna be out in the public. It's not your home, so you don't care who comes. It's a free event. You can have some products laid out on the table. You can have an Avon sign, small sign, or a bag, a beauty for a purpose bag, and that says free samples or free Avon, whatever it is. Make it simple. I saw somebody display one of the beauty for a purpose bag with the little gift paper, and then it says it has beauty for a purpose, and then it says free Avon or free samples, whatever it is that you want to say, but something that has the word Avon. You can put your books on the side of the table, and if you're there consuming a drink, or if you're there at the restaurant training, they don't mind. As a matter of fact, they want a crowd, because if you're there, if other people are there, have you noticed how when you are in an event that when you're by yourself, nobody comes, but when one person shows up, it's like you have the entire table full, and then you can't keep up with everybody. So it's the same way. When a restaurant is full, it's like they say, oh man, they must be giving something free. They're not, or the food is good, so let me go. So business owners they want traffic, so make that traffic for them. Okay, another yes, it's just, I was just talking about that Monday after my field time. Yes, it happens all the time, especially when you're doing tailgating and you're like, man, I just feel like closing this down and going to walk and just do prospecting by foot, and then all of a sudden it comes a car, and then 2 and 3, can you park over here, can you? So yes, kind of like that. So advertise on your pages. Create an event. Reach out to an area, even if you have to drive 1 or 2 hours. For those of you who live on remote places, make sure that you plan it ahead, or if you already have something set up, that you do it consistently. Every Tuesday I'm gonna be in this area. Every Wednesday I'm going to be in this area. Every Thursday I'm going to be in this area. And that you program your field time so that your customers, your prospects, and your representatives can go and train with you in the area that you're with. So then after that, I went to deliver some orders, and I went to one of the deliveries that I did was at a business. And I asked her, I said, well, can I do some tailgating here, or maybe bring the magic bus? And she said, yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna ask the owner of the shopping center to see if it's allowed. But I know it's allowed because we actually did, and then right after I walked out, I saw the gas station right next to it, so I knew that was the same place we did a magic bus event in the past. So I know that it is allowed. So I found another place to do events, tailgating, magic bus, whatever it is that I want to do. And then after that, I went to go see one of my representatives at her place that had almost a $300 order. I helped her place her order. She placed it online through her website, not through youravon.com, because the campaign had already closed, and the next campaign order was in 7 days. So I didn't want her to wait 7 days. So I told her, okay, let's put it on your personal website. So that's what she did. She put it on her personal website. She got a 10% off. Then she's getting 40%. So she's getting 50% from that order, almost $300 in orders, coming to be delivered at her house that she's gonna give to her customers, but it's gonna get there faster. And then the rest of the orders that she couldn't put in because they didn't have the same pricing, then they went to the Miami Sales Center, so she will have them in a couple of days at the best price. So, you know, you have to make sure that when you are working with a new team member and they're excited and you know, they pass their deadline or whatever, that you figure out how you can help them so that they can service their customers, because she had an order already for 7 days. She was just busy, didn't answer my calls. So she called me yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, the order already went in. So I said, okay, I will go to you tomorrow, and I will help you place that order. And I did. You know, that's what we did. But I told her first. I showed her how to do it. She saved it in her cart on her website. And then when I went there, I showed her how to send it out, so I didn't have to spend a lot of time on it. So she put in her information and her address. Everything was already there. She found all the prices, and then she already know the order from the Miami Sales Center, so everything was on the go. So, you know, it's all about deciding what it is that you're gonna do with your day. Hi, Darlene. Thank you for being here. All my friends are here. So it's all about deciding what it is that you're gonna do with your day. It's one of my representatives asked me, so this is all you do the whole day? And I was, yes, this is what I do. And she said, you're always traveling. I said, no, not recently. I've been working. And then she asked me, what did you do before? And I said, I was a secretary for the county, the government. And she said, and I said, for 7 years. And she said, and is this more than what you got paid? And I say, yes, way more. I'm more satisfying. So, you know, the next time I meet her, of course, I'm going to show her the earnings. She's not recruiting, you know, right now. And I want her to, you know, to be able to take on the recruiting opportunity. Hi, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, that means a lot to me when you guys tell me that I'm awesome. See, now I'm blushing. But thank you. And you know, that means a lot to me, to be able to give somebody the vision of the business and to let them know that, hey, I'm working for myself. That's way more rewarding than checking in on a clock. So that was my message today. I want to make sure that you are synchronized. Oh, and then I was back by 4 o'clock. I was back from doing all of that, deliveries, training, and I had to drive more than an hour to the place that I went to train my representative on basket making. So for somebody that doesn't like to drive, I did a lot of driving today. I don't like to drive. So write down, my message is to write down everything that you're doing during the day and decide how you can maximize your time by you already being there. If you're there already, then figure out what it is that you can incorporate. And I always tell you that all your activities have to include these 3 things, okay? Prospecting, okay, recruiting, and developing, okay? So prospecting, recruiting, and developing. That's on the leadership part. Now you can also incorporate on the customer side your 3 steps, okay? Your customers, prospecting for customers, prospecting for helpers. So you must always bring in all of these activities together. So prospect, recruit, develop, find customers, and find helpers. So in everything that you do, if you sat down in a place to do your baskets, how can I invite my customers to come buy my baskets? How can I invite my team to come see how I do my baskets so that I can develop them and duplicate what I do? How can I bring in prospects? How can I recruit while I'm there? So all of these come into place, okay? Remember, you're in a public place. It's not that you're doing an open house at your house. You are at a public place. So all of these activities have to come all together into one activity. And believe me, it works out. It's not like you're gonna go crazy in that event, going like here and here and there. No, it's gonna be a random walking, and while you're taking care of customers, you're training your team member, you're approaching somebody about the opportunity. So all of these things come together with just one activity. Okay. Yes, Darlene says she has helpers. Awesome. Yes, your customers can become your helpers. So make sure that they know that you're looking for them to help you sell. Darlene says that is so true. I used to work for the country, but Avon has, for the county, but Avon has been so much better. I work when I want to, but keep in mind, the more times you put in, the more you get. Exactly. Yes, and don't look at the results. It's like going to work. At the beginning, you're gonna work for, like I used to say before, oh man, I work for $1.25 an hour. That's okay. You can be $1.25 an hour worker from the beginning, at the beginning, but then the rewards are gonna come in, and that's what you want to see. You're gonna feel satisfied that you made it at the end of the day, at the end of your career. You're gonna laugh at all of this and all of the people that laughed at you, and it's gonna be an amazing end of your story. But I work a lot. I work a lot. One of my team members asked me, how much time do you put in Monday through Friday? I said, no, Monday through Sunday, I work a lot. And it's not that I, painfully work a lot. It's that I like to do it that way because we are in our working years. Listen, you're not going to make $1 million by just working whenever it's convenient. You're not going to make a lot of money if your work is mediocre. You have to make sure that you are putting in your heart, that your goals are met, and that you are working towards those earnings that you want, and that what you're doing is what you love. Because if you don't love what you're doing, you are not going to be successful. So that's my advice. Hello, Rocio. Well, thank you everyone for being here with me. If you don't have any more questions, that's it. I just wanted to go through my day. I'm a little tired, but now I'm going to be calling my leads. I have a lot of leads to call. So I will do another video with my lead calling. Oh God. You're welcome, Darlene. See you next time. Thank you for being here, and have a productive day today, tomorrow, and always. Bye.